No question, a heartbreaker of a loss for the Angels last night in the opening game of this 4-game set against the Houston Astros. But with baseball, there's always tomorrow. In this case, tonight, game 2 of a 4-game set against the visiting Houston Astros. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A, we welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. Mike Scioscia tonight hands the ball off to Jared Weaver. The question tonight is, which Jared Weaver will show up? Because so far, Gooby, this year, 0-4, has not looked like the Weaver that we've grown accustomed to.
Yeah, Victor, I feel this is going to be that night where he gets back to it. Take a look at our AT&T Universe Rewind. We're going to see the good and sometimes the bad with Weaver. When he is good, he is down in the strike zone. He's got a very good slider. He's thrown quite a few of them this season. Very good changeup downstairs. That is going to be the important thing against this Astro club. Keep those pitches down. When he elevates his fastball, Aoki took him deep there in San Francisco. Not a home run hitter, but location is so important for all his pitches, whether it's his fastball, whether it's his curveball. If he gets it upstairs, the hitters can adjust. I think he's got to go a few more fastballs. I think he's got to work downstairs consistently with that pitch, because that'll make his curveball better. That'll get some swing and misses on his slider and his changeup. But think downstairs, elevate only when need be, but work downstairs. Get some easy outs, get an early lead, and hold on to that lead for Weaver tonight.
Yeah, a little margin for error when it comes to Jared Weaver. We'll see what the Angels offense can muster tonight against right-hander Roberto Hernandez, as we're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. We're going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Angels. Enjoy better. Call 1-855-1-TWC. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
Well, it's turned out to be a beautiful night here in Southern California. Cool temperatures. Early on, we had some dark clouds, but actually no precipitation whatsoever. Both teams hit on the field, as was the case yesterday, and should be all right the rest of the night. See what the Angels have in store. Of course, last night a 3-2 loss to the Houston Astros. Halos managed 7 hits. The Houston Astros managed 6, and of course Houston Street ended up blowing the save and eventually took the loss. He is now 2-1. The question now becomes which, if either one of the two guys are available tonight. Joe Smith and Houston Street both have pitched in 3 consecutive games, and the last couple of nights both have racked up a nice little pitch count.
Maybe Weaver says maybe I'm the guy that's going to be pitching that 8th and 9th inning. He's certainly going to be asking Mike Scioscia to give me that opportunity if he gets some quick outs early on.
Yeah, and when things were going good for Jared Weaver, that's exactly what he did. He would soak up the innings for the bullpen to get a night off. Let's check out the lineup for the Houston Astros as presented by their manager, A.J. Hinch. Houston at 19-10 on the season, a 6-game lead over the Angels. Have Jose Altuve leading things off at second, Luis Valbuena at third, Evan Gattis at DH, Colby Rasmussen right, Chris Carter first, Jason Castro behind the plate, Jake Marisnick is in center, Preston Tucker in left, and it's Jonathan Villar batting ninth and playing shortstop. The exact same lineup that the Astros ran out last night. Facing Jared Weaver, 0-4, a 6.29 ERA, only 15 strikeouts in 34 1/3 innings. But long gone are the days where Weaver would rack up the double-digit strikeout totals.
Extremely good at home in his career, 69 and 29 in his career for Weaver. But when we look at his, the pitches he throws, the percentages of pitches he throws, fastball is 48%, curve 21, change 17. You see the slider. For me, for Weaver to be successful, use that fastball more, use it downstairs, get some quick outs, especially against some lefties. Throw that fastball down and away and get some guys to roll over, hit a ground ball to second base.
Let's check out the defense for the Halos tonight. Matt Joyce in left, Mike Trout in center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield has David Freese and Eric Ibar on the left side. Johnny Giamatello and Albert Pujols on the right. And it's Carlos Perez back behind the plate.
And Matt Joyce getting that start out in left field, his 19th start in left field. Asked him which of the positions in the outfield he feels more comfortable with, right field or the left field. He said right now he's very comfortable in left field to read off the bat, especially against left-handed batters. Is still a work in progress, but getting very acclimated to that position.
Well, it's not like he's going to play right or center, so he better get acclimated to left field. Cole is pretty much entrenched down in right field.
Long season, though. You never know.
Yeah, you're right. Jose Altuve ready to lead things off. The Angels with the loss last night, 13 and 16 on the season. They are 6 and 8 here at home. Altuve hitting .336 on the season, trying to bunt his way on, and that's a beautiful bunt. Nothing Perez could do. And it's an infield single for Jose Altuve, and that's how this game starts.
Perfect bunt from Altuve. And you got Freese playing pretty far back. You got to almost play up as a third baseman against him on the grass. Weaver, you could see him wondering where Freese was playing on that position. That's a difficult play. That's a long way for a catcher to come out and try to make a play. There's no way you're going to make that play.
No chance.
But it's located perfect. He did a nice job as far as bunting the ball. He's usually very aggressive on the first pitch.
Altuve takes off. The throw down to second base. A good one. Then the tag got him. According to the second base umpire, Gabe Morales. No real argument by Altuve as he just jogs off the field.
He's got 11 stolen bases in 13 attempts. But what a throw. What a quick release, catch and throw. And a quick tag by Eric Ibar.
No argument whatsoever from the Houston Astros.
Yeah, before the fingers get on the base. That's a good call at second base.
Boy, fantastic throwing arm. We've heard so much about the defense first abilities of Carlos Perez. As Valbuena tops this one.
I'll tell you what, that is huge for not only the Angels and Weaver, but for Perez to be able to throw out Altuve, one of the best in all of baseball as far as stealing bases. Gets on a bunt right away, tries to steal second to get in scoring position, but Perez, a quick transfer, throws him out.
2 balls and a strike on Valbuena, the third baseman, hitting .194, 7 home runs, 11 runs batted in. And by the way, Altuve is the third time this year he's been caught stealing. So 11 for 14 now. 2-1. Missed just a little bit high.
Well, that high strike was called last night from Joe West. Erwin Daly not calling that high strike.
Evan Gattis on deck. This one back toward the middle off the end of the bat. It'll sneak through for a single. good off-speed pitch, and nothing that Weaver could do, nor Giavotella. Seeing guys single. See Weaver's reaction on that. And that's where the frustration comes in when you're Jared Weaver. You know you're not racking up the strikeouts. You're looking for basically putting the ball in play and hoping the defense works for you. Make a pretty good pitch, and it's just off the end of the bat and up the middle.
And when a team is playing well, those even not the best of swings find a way to get through a hole. And when you're struggling as a team, you can square up baseball. There's always added defender.
Of course, one's outside on Gaddis at DH. Hitting 198, 6 home runs, 18 RBIs. Gaddis went 0 for 4 last night. Second start of the season for Weaver against Houston. Faced him at Minute Maid Park. 6 innings, gave up 2 runs on 6 hits. Gaddis pops this one up right side. Pujols and Giavotella. Albert taking charge. 2 down.
That's a good sign. Ran a fastball in against a fastball hitter and jammed him. A key for this game for the Angels. Oh, Black Sabbath, don't start too late, especially after the momentum that the Astros picked up in that 9th inning. They've been struggling. They got swept by Texas. Come in here, looked like they were going to lose the game last night, but win that battle of the 9th inning. Now it's important to get that lead and maintain it in this game throughout and add on.
Rasmus, the right fielder, at the play with 2 outs and 1 on. Takes outside. 3 infielders on the right side for the Angels. Giavotella out in shallow right. Trout shading him out toward right center field. You see the numbers for Rasmus: a .259 batting average, 5 home runs, and 10 runs batted in. 1 for 3 game last night. He started the rally against Houston Street in the 9th with a single.
Boy, Rasmus, Marisnik, and Biard combined 3 for 26 against Weaver.
Two balls and 1 strike. No George Springer this series for the Astros. A couple of days ago, placed on the 7-day concussion list. Ran smack into the wall in right field at Minute Maid Park.
Yeah, he never slowed down.
Yeah. 2-1. Popped him up. David Freese toward the foul line. And in foul territory, puts it away. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left on. We'll head to the bottom of the first here at the Big A with no score. Cole Calhoun will lead things off and play right field. Mike Trout at center. Albert Pujols at first. Matt Joyce, the cleanup hitter at left. David Freese at third. Eric Ibar at short. Johnny Giavotella at second base. C.J. Cron at DH batting in the 8th spot. And then it's Carlos Perez rounding out that starting 9. He's the catcher, taking on the 34-year-old right-hander, native of Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. His name, Roberto Hernandez.
Hernandez fastball is 86-91, slider, changeup. With the go-tos against him today for the Angels hitters. Don't be over-aggressive on those low pitches, especially his fastball out of the strike zone, and make him a fifth infielder. He does not like to field his position, and you can steal bases against him.
Cole takes down and away. Calhoun hitting .299, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. 1 for 4 game yesterday. A single with an RBI in the 8th inning off left-hander Joe Thatcher. Hits this one out toward left center field. Marisnick is there. He's shading Cole that way. 1 down. Here's how the Astros shape up defensively. Tucker, Marisnick, and Rasmus in the outfield. Valbuena, Villar, Altuve, and Carter in the infield from third to first. Castro behind the plate.
And Chris Carter's done a much better job at first base so far this year. It's 26 start. Last year just had 14 at that position. His 2 errors. Reason why he's important because Hernandez doesn't necessarily field his position well, so that side of the infield could be wide open for a push bunt that way or a drag bunt.
Trout looks at a strike. Mike homered yesterday, 8th of the year, 1 for 4 game. As he pulls this one foul. Dino Evil back in the third base coach's box. Gary DiSarcina back east, going to a family funeral, so no bench coach, if you will, for the Angels. We tied him up.
When he ran that 2-seam fastball inside, well off the plate. Trout fouled it off his leg. The stride and that little 2-seamer running in. He's got his back knee. Then off his foot.
Homers at back-to-back games for the first time this year. Behind at the count at 0-2. Down and away.
He has 3 career home runs against Hernandez. A low ball pitcher. Trout a very good low ball hitter.
Time was called. Pujols on deck. Scoreless here in the first, just underway. Yano with an off-speed pitch. 2 outs.
It's a pretty good changeup.
Bring up Albert.
That down and in with a changeup out there early in that sequence to a fastball in that same plane.
Albert hitting .255, home runs, 12 runs batted in. Multi-hit game yesterday. 10-game hitting streak for him. 3 doubles as well. It's the second time that Hernandez has faced the Angels. Faced him at Minute Maid back on the 17th. Got a no decision. 3 runs, 3 hits, 6 innings. And 6 punch outs in that game. Halos lost 2 of 3 to Houston.
Hernandez with good numbers ERA wise against the Angels. 2.47. 0-4 in his career.
Yeah, it's 14 games, 10 starts, just 4 decisions. This one lined toward third, and one hopper backhanded by Valbuena. Gets up, throws out Albert. Nice play by the Astros third baseman. The Halos go down in order. We'll head to the second with no score. Houston here in the second with no score. He'll be followed by Jason Castro and Jake Marisnick. 2 hits for the Astros in the first inning. Altuve on the very first pitch of the game, a bunt single, but then was thrown out trying to steal. And Valbuena with a seeing eye single up the middle. He was stranded at first. First one to Carter's up and away. The Astros first baseman, a 158 average, 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in. 1 for 3 game last night with a single and a run scored.
Tell you what, Albert's really squaring up some baseballs of late. Nice job of spotting his fastball early on for Weaver. Pitch before that one, 86 downstairs, that 87 upstairs. Back to pull, so he's hit every ball of late right on the nose.
Called strike 3. Kerwin Danley rings up Carter, 1 down.
That fastball 88 miles an hour, located well again and downstairs. We talked about that in the opening. The key for Weaver is using that fastball and pitching downstairs with his fastball.
Castro looks at a slow curveball for a strike. Memory serves. Didn't Castro homer off Weaver?
He's got a couple in his career.
And this one's pulled into right field. I think it was on a slow breaking ball that just barely got over the wall in right, Houston. Weaver in that start giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. Hey folks, join us tomorrow from 2 to 6 in the State College Boulevard parking lot for Fiesta Angels presented by Pepsi and State Farm. Fiesta Angels is a free event featuring live music, games, attractions, special guest appearances from your favorite Angels players, and many more.
Should be a lot of fun.
One out, 1 on for Jake Marisnick. I'll take that pitch upstairs. 338 average for the Astros center fielder. 1 for 4 game yesterday, which snapped an 0 for 14 for him. And 1 in the 9th inning. Picked up the RBI and a run scored. Product of Riverside Poly High School.
He had a big hit back in that 9th inning last night.
Marisnick, a 3rd round selection by Toronto in 2009. 1-1 pitch outside. There's that slider. 2 balls, 1 strike. Weaver, as we know, in that last start against San Francisco, did not fare well. Took the loss. 5 runs, 5 hits. Pardon me, 5 runs on 10 hits in 5 innings of work. Around 2 home runs and now upstairs. A 3-1 count now.
A little quick on that fastball.
It's Weaver's 7th start. 4 decisions, all losses, and 2 no decisions. Breaking ball popped up. Johnny Giavitello on the infield dirt. It's called off by Ibar. 2 outs.
Time now for Coors Light Cold Hard Facts with Jared Weaver on the hill. 0 wins in his first 6 starts, which is highly unusual for Weaver. But since 2006, he made his debut. 131 wins in the major leagues. Only 2 pitchers have more wins than Weaver during that span. Verlander with 152 and CC Sabathia with 139. Weaver, one of the most consistent winners for a long period of time in the major leagues.
Preston Tucker made his major league debut last night. And he delivered his first big league hit in the ninth inning. It was an RBI single. 1 for 3 in his debut. University of Florida product. No balls, 2 strikes. 7th round pick in 2012.
He definitely does not get cheated with his swing. He swings extremely hard.
He pops it up. Shallow center field. Trout comes racing in, is underneath it. And that'll do it for the Astros. One to the bottom of the second. Joyce, Freese, and Ibar coming up for the Angels. Scoreless.
Coming up later in the game, we'll check out the big news from around the majors on the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. A showdown in Motown. And some aces, undefeated aces on the hill tonight.
Matt Joyce will lead things off for the Angels here against Roberto Hernandez, otherwise known as the artist formerly known as Fausto Carmona. 153 average for Joyce. Home run and 7 RBIs. He will take downstairs. Interesting tonight to see how things play out because the Angels have struggled offensively, obviously, all season long, but against right-handed pitching. In particular, as Joyce went around. 222 batting average against right-handed pitching. That's 14th in the American League. The Halos are 7 and 14 against right-handed pitchers this year.
That's surprising.
Yeah. 2 balls and a strike. And the reason I say it's interesting is because Hernandez has allowed a 271 batting average to left-handed batters. So you'd hope that the lefties that are in the lineup could produce off speed.
Yeah, you have to think in terms of your left-handed batter against him. You have to think in terms of the other way.
Yep.
He doesn't throw many pitches inside against left-handed batters. Everything's going to be drifting away, whether it's a sinker or a changeup. More of his slider will be his pitch. He'll go inside with it.
Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And in case you're wondering individually on this Angels ball club, usual suspects. Trout and Pujols have fared well against right-handed pitching. Trout has hit .325. Pujols .289. Johnny Giavitelli has hit .300 against right-handed pitching. This one over to second base when that's the shortstop Villar, however, the overshift. And there's out number 1. From that point, it goes downward. Calhoun at 264. Joyce 148. Freese 195. Ibar 200. Cron at 173. So that kind of explains the problems that the Angels have had. as it relates to right-handed pitching this year.
And trying to pull a sinking fastball if you're a lefty, it's difficult. You have to stay back and drive the ball the other way, force him in later in the game where you could do some damage.
David takes upstairs. .213 average overall. 5 home runs and 19 runs batted in. 1 for 3 game yesterday with a single. Was also hit by a pitch. Hernandez thought that pitch caught the bottom part of the strike zone. It did not, according to Kerwin Danley. So it's 2-0. Ground ball toward the hole. That'll sneak through for a base hit. Got that sinker up in the zone. Free's able to get the barrel out. A 1-out single.
And Hernandez has allowed 4 home runs coming in this game in less than 30 innings pitched. It's a little two-seam fastball that stays upstairs, and when you're a sinker ball pitcher, anything above the belt is going to be hit hard. You just drop that wrist just enough. If you're a sinker ball, it's going to ride up in the strike zone, becomes extremely hittable.
Valbuena in on the grass at third base with Ibar at the plate. Eric went 0 for 4 last night. Pulls this one to first. Nice play by Carter. Fires a second for 1. The relay back. Inning-ending double play. Nice play by the big man Chris Carter. And the Angels are done here in the second. We'll head to the third with no score. Broadcast booth, and it's our pleasure to welcome in none other than Jeff Fletcher of the Orange County Register. So what brings you into our booth, Jeff?
I don't know. You guys invited me.
It's Fletch Fridays.
Hey, that's a good idea. Let's do it.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of rumors going out there. We were just talking about the Angels offense, especially as it relates to right-handed pitchers on the mound. But I know there's been a lot of rumors out there, even in the early going. The Angels are pretty much going to ride this out, aren't they, for a little while longer to see if they're able to turn it around?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really make a trade on May 8th because most of the teams pretty much still think they're in it. They're not ready to give anybody up. So, the Angels are certainly looking around, like all teams are looking to help themselves. But even the teams right now that you would like to take their players, right now they're looking to figure out a way they can improve too. So they're not ready to give up anybody. There's probably a handful of guys out there that would be a legitimate help to the Angels that are attainable, but it's going to take a while before really things sort out. Matt Joyce could get sizzling hot in the next month, and then things change. So you never know. It's a little early.
So Fletch, looking at this game so far for Weaver, we're looking at some good velocity on some fastballs, 86, 87, 88. I know you've had to deal with that question with Weave a number of times, whether it's spring training or in the beginning part. What are you seeing so far from Weaver tonight that it might be fun to be able to go in and ask a question or two after
You're the one
game?
that's been stirring that pot?
Oh, yes. It's such a pleasure to ask him about his velocity, too, because he always gives you this glare and kind of snarls at you about it. So, but you can understand why it's a sensitive issue for him because, you know, he's a big dude, 6'7", and he feels like he should be able to throw the ball 100 miles an hour, and he's used to throwing it harder, and it's just not coming out the way it's supposed to. So he's a little sensitive about it. And also he'd been very successful with, you know, diminished velocity up until really the beginning of this year. And, you know, I think it's getting a little better, obviously, today. I don't know if this is really for real. I don't know if you're going to jump 5 miles an hour in velocity in one game and keep it, but, you know, it certainly helps him if he's got it.
Anything is possible, right, Fletch?
You never know. Maybe some extra Cheerios or something?
Yeah, well, maybe.
Or Fruit Loops. You remember that?
Fruit Loops, Mickey Pendleton.
Yes, it worked for him.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops, yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes it works. What about these upstart Houston Astros? You know, a lot of people said they were in the making. A lot of good young nucleus, and all of a sudden here they are. Now the rest of the division certainly hasn't played up to par, but they've taken advantage of it. Altuve lining one out the left field. That'll fall in for a one-out base hit.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to play 600 ball all year, but, you know, the longer you go and the longer you play, even if you're playing over your head, you start to gain more confidence and maybe your head gets a little higher, you know, and that could happen with the Astros. I mean, you've seen it with other teams that come out and they weren't supposed to be any good. I remember the A's from 2012. They, you know, weren't supposed to be a very good team, and all of a sudden they got hot in the middle of the summer and they ended up making the playoffs. So it certainly could happen. I still don't think the Astros are going to make the playoffs, but my sort of over-under for them is adjusted from maybe 73 wins to maybe 80 right now.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about it on the pregame show about, you know, the bullpen. And obviously you have the pulse of the team quite a bit. What's the feeling you have, especially some leads getting away late for this club this year?
Got him on a pickoff. Altuve was on the move. Weaver held the baseball. 2 outs. So Altuve's been caught stealing by Perez and now picked off by Weaver.
Yeah, Weaver, he's got one of the best moves. He's got 21 career pickoffs. And, you know, I was talking to Weaver about that move. He used to use that a few years ago. You step off, you sell it, and then as a base runner, you think, okay, he's not going to throw over. Then, bam, you throw over quickly. And that works for him. Beyond another pickoff, now 22 in his career.
It looked like he took a second to look at him like, what are you doing?
And a big pickoff at that with Valbuena.
Maybe this is his new strategy. He's going to give up singles and then pick everybody off.
Hey, whatever works, Fletch.
Yeah,
all right, so back to the bullpen. What Gooby was just asking you about.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I mean, Houston Street and Joe Smith are guys that have had a really good track record, and especially, you know, for major league relievers, if you can string together 3 good years in a row, you are at the very, very cream of the crop. And those guys have both had, you know, 5, 6 good years in a row. So I'm not worried about 1 week. I think they'll be fine. You know, it would be better for the Angels if they didn't have their bad weeks at the same time.
Sure.
But you know, I think in the big picture they're going to be all right.
What has been the big fascination with Houston Street's contract negotiation? As Gaddis lofts this one out to right center field. Trout will make the catch. Can you stay another half inning?
Sure.
All right, here we are. Stick around, Weaver. Giving up a couple of knocks, but nothing more. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless. Carlos Perez, Jeff Fletcher, the beat writer for the Angels, covering the Angels anyways for the Orange County Register, kind enough to join us here in the booth. And I was just asking you about the fascination that is Houston Street's contract as to why it was such a big topic, especially the first couple of weeks of the season.
Well, I think there's a couple reasons why it's a big topic. One is he's really the only really good, prominent free agent they have. And obviously we saw how well the Angels really took off once they got him last year, and I think a lot of people would like to keep him around, not the last week notwithstanding. The other reason it became such a big topic is because he was his own agent. So whenever we'd go into the clubhouse to talk to him about it, you guys know you talk to Houston Street, you will be there for a while. So basically with all these other guys, we don't have their agent sitting right there and to, talk the whole time about every single little detail and nuance like the way Houston Street was willing to do, because he'll talk about anything. At a certain point, he finally said, all right, guys, let's play some baseball. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. But still, if you just poke him a little bit, it'll all come out.
All right, Johnny Giavotella at the plate. And I know going into spring training, there was 4 guys that were in the mix for second base, one of which was a Rule 5 pick. The other one didn't really have a position. That's in Grant Green. And then you've got Rutledge and Giavotella. Are you surprised that Johnny G won it all?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I think that Rutledge had the most experience of the group. I don't know that the Angels really viewed him as the front runner, besides the fact that he had the most experience. And Giavotella had not really had hardly any success in the major leagues, whereas Rutledge had little pockets of it. But there was no doubt once spring training got going, Rutledge was not very good and Giavotella was really good, and he just got better. And he's been probably even better in the season than he was in spring training.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, you surprised how well he's done, both in the field and at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, he puts the ball in play. He's gotten a lot of big hits, and defensively, I only can really think of one play that he's really messed up, and there's been a couple, 2 or 3 plays that he's actually tough plays that he's made. And I think if you get an infielder that just makes all the routine plays and isn't really going to hurt you, and he can contribute offensively, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going back to that whole bullpen situation. Who's the 7th inning guy? We've been trying to figure that one out for a while. I know you go in there and ask Mike Socha that all the time. Who is Mr. 7th inning?
There is not one right now, obviously. It's not going to be a secret, because when a guy comes out there in the 7th inning 3 times in a row, you'll know who it is.
Hit and run is on. Altuve redirects, gets it from his knees, throws out Crone for the first out. What a play by Jose Altuve, because he had coverage at second base.
Yeah, I talked to Mike Socha about this, about hit and run. He says you don't have many guys he feels comfortable putting a hit and run on, but C.J. Crone, a big guy like this, has had some pretty good success on the hit and run. But what a play by Altuve to come back on that baseball from his knees with that good range. But C.J. Crone, not a guy you would think would be perfect for the hit and run, has worked out well for him.
He did it a few times in spring training. I remember being really surprised that a guy like him that, strikes out a lot and doesn't seem to be the most disciplined hitter would be really good at the hit and run, but he is.
What do you see the difference? Remember, we talked about it a lot in spring training. He was squaring up everything, balanced, never seemed to be out of control as far as his swing. Then all of a sudden the season starts and it's a different swing from him.
Well, what he was doing out here this afternoon is they had balls on a tee at home plate, and he was just hitting one ball and another into right center field. There was about 100 balls sitting out there in the gap right under that scoreboard in right center field. So obviously that's what they're trying to get him to do.
We saw that. Remember, we were in Baltimore a couple of years ago. Chris Davis was doing that. Not necessarily on a tee, but with soft toss, working the other way, hitting balls out of the ballpark. Well, it's Camden yards, granted, but still going the opposite way. So you can understand what you're saying. Just try to stay on the baseball a little bit longer. And that's probably why they're asking him to hit and run a little bit more. So take the pressure off of, hey, I've got to drive in runs, as opposed to let me just make solid contact. This one back toward the middle. Altuve was shading Perez that way. 2 outs as Giavotella ends up at third.
What do you think about Altuve? I mean, he's done so many things against, us over the last couple of seasons, but defensively and leadership, stealing bases, getting on base, just a phenomenal player that nobody really talks about as being one of the best players in the game.
It's because he's short. So a lot of people like to make fun of him because he's just a little guy, but what he does with a bat is incredible. I mean, I remember a series last year the Angels played against him, and in 3 games I think he had about 17 hits. It seemed that way. It was just unbelievable. And I don't think he's ever had a slump. I mean, he's an incredible hitter.
Calhoun up, overshift on. Man at third. This one's bounced foul.
This is interesting because there's not a lot of teams shift on Calhoun, but the Astros shift on basically everybody.
Yeah, they do move around quite a bit.
Yeah. Even on Trout, they will do that too. We know that on Pujols they do, but not many teams do it with Trout. But they're able to do that, and had pretty good success doing it.
Yeah, well, they like to try lots of crazy things in Houston. They're trying a few less this year now that they've got a little going a little more traditional than past years.
You know something that we don't? Fletch?
Well, their manager last year liked to kind of invent things.
Comebacker back to the mound. That'll do it. Fletch, we appreciate it.
Thanks, another shutout for you today.
No
here.
truth
Both
to the
sides.
rumor that Jeff Fletcher is 6'5", 6'9" with the afro, and apparently a pretty good dribbler. That's what I've heard from Jeff Fletcher of the Orange County Register. We appreciate it, buddy. Heading to the fourth, we're scoreless. Face Jared Weaver, and our thanks once again Jeff Fletcher of the Orange County Register joining us here on Fletch Friday. Still think we go kind of Billy Ida, go Fletch for fantasy.
Yeah. There's no question.
I think that would work.
As long as we both sing it for him, I'm sure he'll be happy.
Yeah. When we introduce him.
That would go over real well.
Rasmus popped out to David Freese in the first. This one popped up behind the plate. Perez on the warning track. No play. He sold it though.
Yeah. I thought he had that one.
2 balls and 1 strike.
See that defense, the screen, just on the other side of the screen.
Fletch got all dressed up and everything.
Yes, he did.
Rasmus gets into 1 out toward left field. Long run for Joyce. Still racing back to the warning track. Makes the catch.
Yeah, that's a good route for him right there to be able to catch that fly ball. And now time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Jared Weaver, a very solid pickoff move. Showed patience, stepped off the pitching rubber, then noticed Altuve going. Albert gave that signal and then a quick tag. That's twice now for Altuve, caught stealing.
First time ever he's been caught stealing twice in 1 game.
You know, they say when you go to a baseball game, you might see something you may never have seen before. And that's what we've seen against Altuve twice.
1 ball, no strikes on Chris Carter, the first baseman. Made a nice play to start a double play that ended the second. Struck out looking in the second. So he's 0 for 1. Forgot to ask Fletch about his haircut. That was something we talked about before the game.
He got the memo on the blue, though. Blue
yes,
shirt.
He did. This one's foul back.
Blue shirt's good for TV. You knew it.
That's what they say.
Yep.
2 strikeouts, no walks, 5 hits allowed for Weaver, all singles. That one got Kerwin Danley.
Fastball, a little overthrown though, but downstairs, that's what you want from Weaver with his fastball. That one at 88. Carlos Perez giving Kerwin a little bit of a breather, walked out just to talk to Jared Weaver.
Breaking ball, fouled off to the right. Count remains at 2-2. Jason Castro on deck. This one pulled down the line. A little backhanded by Freese.
Strong throw across the diamond. A couple good defensive plays in this inning for Weaver, Freese, and Joyce. Right down the line. Backhand, able to gather himself in a strong throw to get Carter at first base.
Two up and 2 down, and here's Jason Castro, the catcher, who singled his last time up. First one missing inside. Halos defensively playing Castro to pull. High bar toward the middle. This one's rolled to second. Weaver with a 1-2-3 fourth. We will head to the bottom of the 4th. Halos have Trout, Pujols, and Joyce coming up. Still scoreless. Angels baseball is brought to you by the 2015 Jeep Cherokee with an EPA estimate 31 highway miles per gallon. Visit Jeep.com for more information. And by AT&T Uverse. More live TV channels on the go than cable. No scores. We start the bottom of the 4th inning. Roberto Hernandez, 1 strikeout, 1 hit allowed. 2 base runners. That's it. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 for the Angels here in the 4th inning. Trout, Pujols, and Joyce.
Time for the offense to get rolling here. Weaver's done his job so far. 4 very good innings. Need that offense to get rolling.
Mike struck out in the 1st inning. Good changeup from Hernandez. Good crowd tonight. Mother's Day weekend is officially in full swing, giving away the Mother's Day totes tonight. As Trout gets into 1 out toward right center field, Marisnick moving back near the wall, will make the catch. Almost 3 straight nights with a home run towards center field. It's the first out here in the 4th.
Well, he hit that one well. He got it in just enough to keep it in the yard. Didn't quite get the barrel of the bat, but still so strong. Risnick back to the wall. You can see his reaction, just missed it. It's one of those, yeah, I knew it all along.
So you're saying he wasn't sweating over that one?
No. Well, he'll be sweating.
Yeah. Albert grounded out to end the first inning. Nice play by Valbuena at third base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1. Showed you just numbers for Albert in his career. Against Houston in the playoffs, still gets booed quite a bit and introduced at Minute Maid. Usually means you've done something pretty good.
No question.
On the outside part of the plate for a strike.
Well, that's an unhittable pitch. A 2-seam fastball from a right-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher to a right-handed batter, starts off the plate and catches the corner. You give up on it as a hitter thinking it's a ball.
Full count. Hernandez signed to a minor league deal prior to spring training. Pitched last year with Philadelphia and the Dodgers.
So far in full counts this year, Hernandez batters are 3 for 12, but 2 of those 3 hits have left the yard on 3-2 counts.
There's the payoff. Albert hits this one to short. VR has it. 2 outs. Fans, of Sunday, the Halos will wrap up this 4-game set against Houston. Remember, that's a 12:35 start, and it is Mother's Day. Feel free to join us, because the first 20,000 adults in attendance will receive a Mother's Day scarf courtesy of Farmer John. Purchase tickets at the Angel Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com. Still supposed to be cool this weekend?
No, I think it's supposed to warm up on Sunday.
Two balls, no strikes on Joyce, who grounded out his first time up. Two-0. Joyce fouls it off the left. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hernandez, when known as Fausto Carmona, got to the big leagues with Cleveland back in 06.
We had that big year, what he won, 18 games?
19
games, and got hit around in the playoffs that year. Him and CC Sabathia in that series, what, against Boston.
Yeah. And that was his, because when he first came up, pitching 38 games, made 7 starts in 06. 07 is when he won 19 games. Made 32 starts, then had a 5.44 ERA the following year, 6.32 the following season after that, as Joyce hits one out to left. Mr. Tucker moving back up, and he'll make the catch, and the Angels go down in order for the books. Still no score here at the Big A.
changer. Jake Marisnick last night. He's the second outfielder ever with an unassisted double play versus the Angels. The other one, Jose Cardinal, back in 1968 when he's with the Indians. He played for the Angels back from 65 through 67, and no Angel has ever done that. The old unassisted double play as an outfielder.
He's a good player. Very good player.
Aggressive in the field, aggressive at the plate.
Picked up in that trade from the Marlins for Jared Kozar. We've got another kid in that trade. Is it Moran, the third baseman, who just had his jaw fractured on a steal attempt at second base. A throw hit him in the jaw. But they feel like he's going to be the third baseman of the future. This one is out to left.
Just is out in front enough on that one to get a fly ball out.
Then they've got another kid, the shortstop. That's their main guy, Carlos Correa, Puerto Rican kid.
He's real close.
Legit. Yeah.
A lot of people in Houston are asking right now, when is he coming up here?
Well, they thought,
especially with Jed Lowry.
Jed Lowry went on the shelf. You figured, because they've got Marwin Gonzalez and Jonathan Villar. Those guys have been going back and forth the last couple of years. We got a guy like Correa that's ready to go.
He is a legit star in the making.
Preston Tucker, another guy that they like offensively. He's one of those best positioned as batter's box guys. See his numbers at AAA this year.
Pretty good numbers. 10 home runs in his 25 games played. 67-mile-an-hour curveball from Weaver. Pitch range differential 88, best fastball, slowest breaker ball 67.
Bouncer to second. Giavotella has it on 2 hops.
And that's key for Weave, because that's a differential of 21 miles an hour. What we've seen lately from Weaver is basically 82, 83 on the fastball, and the curveball generally around 70 miles an hour. Slider, curveball, changeup very close to each other as far as the differentials in speed. Allows hitters to just track that zone instead of have to deal with the differential and the velocity of the fastball.
Two outs, nobody on for Jonathan Villar. See, loops one out to left. Very quick inning for Jared Weaver. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. 7 in a row retired by Weaver. We will head to the bottom of the 5th with no score. To retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Angels. Good looking view from the Budweiser Terrace out in right field.
Maybe this year we'll do a game from up there.
We can only hope. I say we do it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what? Let's just walk out there now.
I'm on the way.
Freeze looks at his strike. It's 1-1. David with a single in the second inning. The only hit allowed by Hernandez. Two balls, one strike.
Yeah, sometimes he really forces his changeup. Slightly different delivery when he's throwing his changeup as compared to his fastball.
He threw 10 pitches in the first, 10 pitches in the second, 10 pitches in the third, and 14 pitches in the fourth.
So he's due for an inning where he throws a lot of pitches.
Exactly.
So far, there's 4 of them. He's going to have to go 5 to freeze at least here in this at bat. Especially as a sinker ball pitcher, the more pitches you throw to a batter, the more you're apt to make a mistake with that sinker and get it up in the strike zone.
Ground ball to the left side. That'll sneak through. So both hits tonight by the Angels owned by Freeze in pretty much the same exact spot.
Yeah, a little two-seamer that stayed up in the strike zone becomes more hittable.
Now, it's a cool night here. You like that as a sinker ball, right?
Yeah. You know, especially if you get those sinkers off the end of the bat for a hitter. Take that sting out of it. Especially in this field, this infield is groomed so well. There's a sinker ball you love coming in this ballpark because you're going to get some outs. You don't have any bad hops. Barney does a tremendous job with this field.
Hit and run is on, and this one's pulled through the right side. Altuve can't get that one. Freeze on his way to third, and the halo's cooking here in the fifth with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Boy, funny, this the other day I talked to Mike Socia about that as far as just trying to ignite the offense with hit and runs. I asked him who's his guys he's most comfortable putting a hit and run on. One, for sure, Eric Ibar just hits the ball on the ground. Altuve moves towards second, vacates that position, works perfectly. CJ Cron is another one that worked almost to perfection, except for Altuve made a nice play against him. And Johnny Giavitello. They're the 3 guys he's very comfortable using a hit and run on with.
So back-to-back singles allowed by Hernandez here. Nobody out. Freeze at third, Ibar at first, and Johnny Giavitello. Little number. Hernandez off the mound. Throws to first. Giavitello retired for the first out. Ibar moves to second base. You know what? Hernandez never once looked at David Freeze.
No. Like I said, he's a guy that really doesn't like to move around on the mound and field his position all that much. His mindset was, I'm just going to try to make the play at first base. Boy, if you even start going down the line, he might make a mistake and throw it to home, throw it to first.
Infield back for the Astros. CJ Cron at the plate. 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second.
I struggle with men in scoring position this year, but last year he was outstanding.
He drives one out toward right field. It'll be deep enough to score Freeze. Rasmus will make the catch. Freeze on his way home. And it's 1-0 Angels. Cron picks up his 6th run batted in.
And I like what Freeze did. He ran hard all the way through home plate because he knew that Eric Ibar was going to tag up himself. And just in case it was a perfect throw or something happened at third, if you just jog home and the tag is applied before you cross home plate, that run does not count. The decision by Freeze to go straight through that home plate. Good swing from CJ Cron.
So 2 outs. Ibar standing at third base and Carlos Perez at the plate. 1-0 Angels here in the 5th. Cardinals a ground ball to second base in the third inning. Well, look at a strike. Played winter ball in Venezuela this offseason at .331. .368 on base percentage and a .507 slugging percentage. Put himself on the map. This slow roller toward the Angels dugout. No balls and 2 strikes. The Angels got Perez and Nick Tropiano, right-handed pitcher, has made 1 start for the Angels this season from the Astros in exchange for Hank Conger.
0-2. Eric's got to be prepared to see something potentially in the dirt. There's Hank, one of our favorites.
I read the quote the other day. Did he make an appearance out in the outfield or something? Something to the effect of that Shin Soo Choo is not the only Korean that could play the outfield. Only Hank.
He is hilarious.
This is back toward the middle. That's a base hit for Carlos Perez. 2-0 Angels. Second big league RBI.
Hurting his former team. I'll tell you what, he's got a good swing. Even with 2 strikes against him, this stays at level swing in his approach. Under control, right back up the middle. This compact, thinking in terms of making contact. By him, tried to make the play. Really like his swing. It's under control. And we saw that pop he has in the bat too when you make a mistake, especially on a slider upstairs, walk-off. His major league debut.
Big 2-out base hit. Cole shoots one into left field. There's another base hit. Great piece of hitting by Calhoun going the opposite way, and it'll give Trout an opportunity with 2 men on.
It's like we said, he had 10 pitches, 10 pitches, 10 pitches, 14. We knew it was going to at some point. Yeah, we were rooting for him.
Well, Hernandez had allowed 1 hit prior to coming into this inning. He was giving up 4 here in the 5th. Trout just barely missed, hitting his 9th home run in his last plate appearance in the 4th.
Tell you what, if he throws him a fastball here, this baseball is going to be hit hard. I anticipate him throwing a changeup first pitch, but if he throws a fastball, this can go a long way.
Hernandez took a while to come set. Trout's 7th man to step to the plate here in the 5th. Sac fly for C.J. Cron made it 1-0. Carlos Perez a single. Make it 2-0.
Yeah, 55 pitches, 12 in this inning so far. It's a wise decision right there, by the way, going with a slider.
Pulled foul, just wide of the bag at 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mike.
Or Dino Evil's moving down the line. He was not only getting ready to score Perez, but potentially to bring Cole all the way around himself, as that ball was going to go right down in the corner.
Popped him up. He really broke his bat on that fastball in. Altuve makes the grab. That'll do it for the Halos, but they strike for 2 as we head to the 6th. The Angels on top.
She says I'm losing my memory and I'm losing my motor skills, but she knows exactly what Joe did the last game. She knows how many strikeouts. She knows how many batters he faced. She knows if he had a good or a bad day. So she's still mom at heart, and she loves her son, and she'll do anything to come see him.
This emotional feature on Joe Smith and his mother Lee airs tonight on Angels Weekly. Don't miss it.
And they are here this weekend.
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend.
I had to meet them yesterday when I was leaving the game. Just beautiful people.
Yeah, Lee suffers from Huntington's disease. You can help out by going helpcurehd.com. 2-0 Halos, top of the 6th inning, top of the order for Houston. The first one is down low. Altuve 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. He's also been caught stealing twice, first time in his career.
He's attempted to bunt all 3 at bats. Bunted for a hit his first at bat.
Caught the outside corner, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. In the first inning, he saw the very first pitch of the game, bunted up the third base line, beautifully placed for an infield single that Perez threw him out at second. In the third, it was a base hit, and then Weaver picked him off. It was a pickoff caught stealing. This one's off the end of the bat towards short. A lot of spin on that baseball. Ibar's throw pulls Albert off the bag. Double clutch action by Ibar. As I mentioned, a lot of spin on that ball because it was hit off the end of the bat.
Mike Scioscia's going to look and see just to make sure. The spin on it, difficult to be able to get a good grip, and the high throw. Did he keep his foot on the base? Looked like there might not have been contact with the foot for Pujols on the ball. A little closer there. That was closer.
That's pretty close. Question is, you can't see the ball in the same frame there.
The ball's in the glove. If that foot is on the base.
Yeah, there's that separation there. Ooh,
real
still almost
close.
came down on it. It's an error on Ibar. That's his 4th of the year. Now Altuve on board for the 3rd time.
Almost got that foot down on the base.
Yep. Valbuena 2 for 2 with 2 singles. .59 pitches thrown by Weaver. 38 have been strikes. Oh, 1. That error by Eric, snapping a string of 7 straight retired by Weaver. Should have been 8. And now he'll deal with the speedy Jose Altuve at first.
Changes your focus away from the hitter because he's got such good speed. Good changeup.
0-2 count. And Altuve really taking the short lead now. It's kind of flat-footed as Weaver delivered the last pitch. That doesn't necessarily mean you go to sleep on him.
No.
Because that's what he's looking for. 1-2. He also likes that kind of that moving start.
Yeah, old Ricky Henderson loved that. If you can make, as good as a base stealer as Ricky Henderson was, if you can make him stop, he wouldn't go.
Ricky, the greatest of all time.
Yes.
Just ask him.
Yeah, exactly. But if you can make him stop, you got to have patience on the mound, though, to be able to do that, just to hold the baseball.
Today,
I am the greatest of all time.
1-2. Boy, got him. Locked him up on the inside part of the plate. 1 down.
There's that no-seam fastball. Nasty pitch from Weave. Starts it off the plate, runs it back in. Location perfect, execution perfect, and framed well by Perez.
So 1 out, 1 on. Evan Gattis at the plate. DH. So 2 fly ball outs. Popped out to Pujols first time up. And out to shallow center last time. Nice block by Perez.
Carlos real active behind the plate tonight.
Good off speed. 1-1.
Altuve is getting a little bigger lead now.
Lifted down the right field line. Cole racing toward foul territory. Has a play, makes the catch, 2 outs. Altuve will stay at first.
Good decision. Nice play by Calhoun.
And the Halos take on the Rockies Wednesday at 7:05, and fans in attendance will receive a Mike Trout hat courtesy of State Farm while supplies last. Purchase your tickets at Angel Stadium Ticket Office or online at angels.com. Two outs, Altuve at first. Rasmus 0 for 2. A couple of fly ball outs for him as he fouls the first pitch.
See, early in the game, good velocity, good location with his fastball for Weaver. Now he's starting to execute his changeup, because now hitters are looking and have to respect his fastball, and they're out in front on his changeup. This might be a time where you might see Altuve go 0-2 count, anticipating something in the dirt as far as a breaking ball. Also not a bad time if you're Mike Scioscia to put a pitch out on.
Oh, 2 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tried back-to-back change-ups away this time. Rasmus early in the count swung at that pitch. Last 2 did not chase.
Chris Carter on deck. Halos with 2 runs at the bottom of the 5th to take a 2-0 lead. 2-2 now. Fastball missed away.
I think that was the right pitch. It just had a little bit too much late movement out of the strike zone. And he wanted to drop that big slow curveball on him now.
Pujols will play behind Altuve. He'll be on the move here on this 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball, he just got a piece of it, cued and foul. Five hits for the Angels, 5 for the Astros. Another 3-2. This one lifted foul and out of play. Prolonged inning here. 73 pitches now for Weaver. 47 have been strikes. 3 punch outs, no walks. And 5 hits allowed. Again, Altuve takes off. Breaking ball, line toward Eric Ibar. He'll make the catch. And the top of the 6th is in the books. Pujols, Joyce Freeze coming up for the Angels, up 2-0. Things off here against Roberto Hernandez. Pujols 0 for 2. Ground ball to third, a ground ball to short. He's hit the ball hard both times, but nothing to show for it. 4 hits allowed by Hernandez last inning. And he delivers strike 1.
A lot of pitches at the knees or below from Hernandez. He's trying to find one of those pitches that are elevated. Freeze has done it twice for 2 hits. It's one of those changeups too quick.
One strikeout, no walks, 5 hits allowed for the Astros right-handed.
What a good hitter's count. I'm surprised how shallow Tucker plays out in left field. He's extremely shallow now, taking a step or 2 back now with this count.
I guess just to prep himself for the courtesy look. This is a shot to right, a missile to right field, leadoff single for Pujols, make that an 11-game hitting streak.
And some well-hit baseballs consistently, especially going the other way for Pujols. Once had a 30-game hit streak. He's a member of the Cardinals. Stayed back on that one well. What a perfect swing. Good balance going the other way with that pitch.
Still says he's dealing with the lingering effects of the hamstring. They're cramped up on him in the Bay Area. Not 100%, but feeling fine. Good enough. He moves fine. As Joyce settles into the batter's box. 0 for 2 tonight. The ground down, the fly ball to left.
A lot of room, obviously, on that left side of the infield, and Hernandez is pitching everything away against Matt Joyce. He's just going to have to stay back. Similar type of swing we just saw from Pujols. Shoot that ball through that hole at the shortstop position.
He's gotten back into the count with Joyce every time with that changeup. Kind of been a go-to pitch for him tonight. Been a good one.
Yeah, when he doesn't muscle up on his changeup, overthrow it, it's been a very good pitch.
It's fouled back. Now that's the pitch right there that, as a left-handed batter, you're talking about, especially with the overshift on.
Just serve it that way.
Absolutely. Especially as you continue to struggle. We're talking about Joyce offensively. Man, that's a gift right there. Take the knock.
Yeah, elevated pitch away. That's an easy one to be able to hit hard the other way, or even flare it in.
1-2 pitch. This one's pulled into the shift. Altuve feeds VR for 1 to relay back, and it's a double play. 2 outs. Second one turned by Houston tonight. Stay tuned later tonight at the postgame show for the business of sports, brought to you by AutoNation.com and powered by AutoNation Ford Tested. David Freese 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a run scored. Two balls, no strikes. Both of the hits for Freese pulling him through the left side.
The light wave working.
It's Friday night.
Yes.
Friday Night Lights.
And Fletch all in one Friday night.
It's overkill. It's too much. I don't know how we're getting through it now.
No. A lot of deep breaths.
I know that's one of your favorite movies.
Yes.
Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah.
Two one. There's that off-speed pitch.
He's got a real good changeup. A lot of times right-handed pitchers don't like to throw that to a right-handed batter, but he locates it so well downstairs in the strike zone.
Bouncer toward third. Valbuena has it. Strong throw to first.
That's a good play.
Yeah, good arm by Valbuena. The Angels are done here in the sixth. We'll head to the seventh. 2-0 Angels. And eyes.
Yes.
Fox Sports has joined forces with the Simpsons. We have created a special soccer theme couch gag with the likes of Alex Morgan and from Diamond Bar, of course, Kristen Press from Palos Verdes. The episode airs Sunday at 8 p.m. on Fox. So be sure to tune in and see the local stars on one of entertainment's most iconic brand.
Great number on Press, number 23.
Zach Greinke's number.
Oh, there you go.
Simpson, I love it. There's Carter. Facing Jared Weaver lead off the seventh inning. Halos up 2-0.
That's pretty big. On Simpsons.
2 balls and no strikes. Carter, Castro, and Marisnick for Houston here in the seventh. 3 punch outs, no walks. 6 hits allowed for Jared. Pardon me, 5 hits allowed. Ball in there. 2-1. All 5 of them singles.
Able to come back in the count with a curveball. So important for Weaver.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
And what it does, because of that curveball, the pitch before 67, 68, that 85-mile-an-hour fastball, he's late on.
Fastball got him looking. Down goes Carter. 1 down.
Paints the outside corner. 87 from Weaver. Well, he really mixed it up on this at bat. That one right just touching the outside corner. A couple pitches middle, but the majority of them away. Staying away from Carter, which is always a smart thing. He is very quick on the inner half.
Jason Castro, 1 for 2 game. Slightly different approach for Weaver tonight, especially against left-handed batters.
A no-seamer in and away.
Off speed.
A lot of different things in between this start as far as his bullpen session. He went back an extra day, threw a lot of long tossing in the outfield, even fielded some ground balls at shortstop.
Threw 87 pitches in his last start against San Francisco. Castro pops it up. David Freese moving underneath the baseball. 2 down. You can follow the Angels all season long with MLB.com at bat. #1 app for live baseball. At bat up to the moment, at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, statcasts, and more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet today.
Well read.
Thank you, sir. Nobody on for Jake Marisnick, the center fielder. Hitless tonight. Pop up to short and a fly ball to left. Just off the plate.
Tell you what, Perez does a nice job of framing. It's not a lot of movement to try to bring that back just enough. It's subtle. And I like the way he sets his target too. He gets low in the catching position and has set that soft target right there on the corner.
It's been a get it and go night with Weaver.
We can see how he sets up away, and that's where he wanted it. Weaver's been hitting his spots. They've been in sync the entire game. As you don't see him putting down a number of different signs, he's putting down a sign and they're going with it. 55 strikes thrown by Weaver tonight in 86 pitches.
Boy, good changeup. Just misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That is so difficult to paint a changeup like this on the outside corner, but he did. And framed well again by Perez.
Goes back to it and bounces this one to Freese. Off balance throw with a speedy Marisnick and a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Weaver. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. Halos lead it 2-0.
Has dominated the Astros through 7 innings in the offense. Put it together in the 5th inning with 4 singles, a couple runs scored. Trying to add on. We talked about that need to add on to make it a little more relaxing as a pitcher deep in games.
Ibar looks at a strike. Ibar, Giavatella, and Crone. I think Mike Scioscia might have to wrestle Jared Weaver to come out of this ball game.
Yeah.
I don't think Socha's going to win this one. Weaver is focused.
1 ball, 1 strike. Eric 1 for 2. Singleton scored at the 5th inning. Got it working tonight. Longest outing of the year, 7 innings. That was 2 starts ago against Oakland.
Well, it's interesting when you look in the dugout to see who's pitching that night. Starting pitcher Hector Santiago is all over that dugout talking to everybody. Weaver focused, right out. Those eyes out on the field. Some pitchers just a little active in there, talk a lot. Some you don't even go near.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Hector threw a great game last night. 1 hitter, 6 1/3. A lot of pitches, though. That's one thing he's got to clean up, especially when he gets ahead of the count 0-2 to finish off hitters, to be in position to complete a game. But still solid.
Ibar goes down swinging. 2nd strikeout of the night for Hernandez. 1 out. Going back to that longest outing of the year for Weaver. Remember, that was the game in which he gave up 5 runs in the 1st inning. Stayed in the game and still went 7. Took the loss in that one. Truth be told, the Angels bullpen certainly could use a couple of days off.
Made a lot of games of late. Don't have that off day until Monday. A lot of innings out of the bullpen also.
Giavatello shoots one out toward left center field. Preston Tucker is there. 2 outs. Nobody on base for C.J. Cron. Picked up a sacrifice fly the last time up. RBI for C.J.'s 6th of the year. Takes outside. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 4 left on for Houston. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on for the Angels.
This is when you're C.J. Cron with no one on. You're thinking extra base hit right here.
Pulled to 3rd. Valbuena has it. Spins around. High throw. Carter gets a foot on the back, and the Angels go down in order. 7th complete. 2-0 Halos.
8th, Jared Weaver with a great start here tonight on Patrick O'Neill. Join us for Angels Live. As soon as this game is finished, we'll talk about Weave's outing. Jose Mota will join me, and Alex Curry will get some reaction from inside the clubhouse and hear from Mike Scioscia. Now, Albert Pujols also with an 11-game hitting streak now. Before the game, just prior to stretch, Albert, with all his teammates watching and rooting him on, his hitting fun goes about 400 feet. They're saying hit the big A out there, which he did. They loved it. Tomorrow he's going to go for the scoreboard, and I know, Victor, your partner Gooby was there, and if he hits it, guess who's footing the bill for that?
Gooby?
That's right.
He's been on the hook for many a scoreboard in his career.
Oh, yeah. That's worked out well for me.
Preston Tucker looks at ball one. Tucker, Villar, now Altuve, 8-9-1 for Houston. Tucker, the left fielder, playing his second major league game, 0 for 2. Fly ball to center and a ground ball to second. 2 balls, no strikes. Angels do have action in the bullpen. It is Mike Morin. I would venture to guess. Tay after the pitch here. Yes, he did. 2-1.
Yeah, youngster going after a 2-0 changeup. That might have been out of the strike zone also.
If there is a save situation to be had in the 9th inning, I would imagine it is Fernando Salas getting the call.
Yeah, I think you're going to be right on that one. Another great changeup from Weaver.
Throw him another one.
A little bit further off the plate and down. Staying down consistently in this game for Weaver.
Tucker, size-wise, and from the left side, looks a lot like Travis Snyder, formerly of the Blue Jays.
Got him. Back-to-back changeups from Weaver. 74, 76, 75. You see that circle changeup? Did a nice job of keeping that elbow up. The rotation, the hitter way out in front. The hips are open. Cannot stay back. The head pulls off the baseball. No contact. Perfect pitch for Weaver.
Strikeout number 5 for Jared. That matches a season high. Did it against Kansas City here. Breaking ball for strike. Villar 0 for 2 with a punch out and a fly ball to left. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but if he gets these 2 next outs quickly,
he's back out.
Send him back out for the 9th.
His changeup is unbelievable tonight. Reason why? His fastball command has been sensational.
One, 2 now.
Product of good changeups. Ran a fastball in at 86, that no-seam fastball, which has been very effective for him tonight, both inside and outside against left-handed batters.
Locked up Valbuena in the 6th inning on that pitch. Ground ball back to the mound. Weaver has him. 2 down. All right, let's talk about that no-seam fastball.
Yeah, so often we talked about the 2-seam fastball, 4-seam, but the no-seam is when you have the fingers both this on the leather of the baseball, and it creates that movement. It goes like this, runs in against the lefty, but also what he's done with that no-seam fastball running away against left-handed batters. Been a very effective pitch, but that no-seam fastball, not on your fingertips or not on any of the seams, it's in that leather with that great movement on the fastball.
Now Altuve takes that pitch up and in. On board 3 times, 2 singles and an error by Ibarn. One ball, 1 strike. Just at the century mark as far as pitches thrown. Off speed, hooked down the line, foul, 1-2. Halos in the bottom of the 8th have 9-1-2 due up. Perez, Calhoun, and Trout. This one flared out to right field. Boy, this races out. And Jared just throws the hands up.
You almost got to say uncle. I mean, you make a perfect pitch, and he just flares out because his mindset is always about making contact. And I think that's something that's gone away from baseball of late with the strikeout totals so high. He's just thinking contact. That's a perfect pitch. Weaver's reaction, priceless. Good, sharp, tight slider, and just trying to make contact with this one hand on the bat. Unbelievable hitter. 225 hits last year.
Valbuena, 2 singles on a strikeout, 2 for 3. Missed upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Morn and Cesar Ramos in the Angels bullpen.
Well, he's been able to get back to each and every count whenever he's been behind, which hasn't been a lot in this game. Throwing that good, slow curveball. 68-mile-an-hour curveball. The field, the rotation, so far out in front, cannot stay back.
Valbuena hits one out to right. Cole Calhoun moving back at the wall. Looks like he's got a play on it. He does.
Great
Third
job.
out. And the 8th is in the books.
He's saying, I want this game. Weaver wants this game. He wants to finish it. He's still undefeated. Sonny Gray's dealing. He's leading this game. And James Shields undefeated too, but tied in the showdown in Motown. The Tigers walk off on an error, beat the Kansas City 6-5, bottom of the 9th in Detroit.
Perez lines one and a diving play by Luis Valbuena, robbing Perez of extra bases. 1 down. What a play by the third baseman. He's had a couple of them tonight.
And his arm strength is amazing too. And he's well off the line to dive on that play. That's at least a double down the line, but he's been unbelievable with the glove.
It'll bring up Cole Calhoun.
Well, all you can do as a hitter to square up a baseball and you just hope it gets by, but Buena has been unbelievable at third.
Cole fouls it back. Just the 83rd pitch of the night for Roberto Hernandez. Houston has some action in their pen. Cole 1 for 3. He singled to left field in the 5th inning. Took something off.
With both these pitchers, outstanding changeups around the strike zone.
Lost in all of this, because we've been talking about Weaver and season high 8 innings, is the fact that Roberto Hernandez has done a heck of a job as well. Had the 2 runs in the 5th inning on 4 hits. He's retired the sign in order 3 times tonight. Two balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out in the Angels pen. The Astros in the 9th inning have Ganis, Rasmus, and Carter due up.
We can see Weaver walking off the mound. I got this game. He kept saying that to Mike Sosa and Mike Butcher. I got this game.
Well, I would imagine as a starting pitcher at that point, considering how things have played out this week for the Angels bullpen, if you're going to lose it, you want to be the guy that gives it up. I mean, you're feeling that good. You feel that locked in through 8 innings.
And be able to get back into counts. His fastball velocity has been solid. We don't necessarily always talk about that, but his confidence in his fastball has really set up his changeup and curveball.
3-2, and that's a called strike 3, 2 outs. It'll bring up Trout. Here's your DraftKings players to watch update.
Sonny Gray very solid, going 5 1/3, 7 punch outs. Zuno once again, he crushes the baseball, 2 for 2 with a double. And Weave, what an effort tonight. 0 runs through 8 innings, the 6 hits allowed. Cano struggling though.
Don't you know? Trout up, 0 for 3. Broke his bat the last time up, popped out to the second baseman Altuve. Pitch, cut on and miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like Fernando Salas has gotten up just to play catch now. It could be that he's just up as Weaver goes out there just in case. One pitch. Tap foul. That got Kerwin Danley. 1-2. 3 strikeouts for Hernandez and no walks. Weaver with 5 strikeouts and no walks.
See what happens when you throw strikes and change speeds. No chance to be in the ball game late. And effective.
Both guys with 3 3-ball counts. That's it tonight.
Both pitchers never have moved off that dirt on the mound. Hopefully it's one of those times as a pitcher for Mike Trout right here where he's overthinking and he makes a mistake now.
One-two on the way. That hit him in the shoulder.
I don't think he was real happy about him stepping out there, and I think that was up and in just to send a message. Now steal a base. Go up and in. Right on the tricep.
A.J. Hinch has made a change. We're in the 8th with 2 outs. Halos leading at 2-0. Log on to MercuryInsurance.com to get a fast, free quote and see how much you could save. And by Hyundai. Great deals on amazing cars are going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. 2 outs here in the 8th inning and a pitching change for the Houston Astros. Roberto Hernandez tonight, 7 2/3, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks. Responsible for the man at first base. It's Mike Trout whom he hit. And as he was walking off the field, walked near the bag at first base and tapped his chest to tell Trout it was his bad. Or in and out, who's in, who's out. Hernandez done. Josh Fields comes into the ball game, fireballing right-hander, pitching his 5th game this year in the big leagues. 1-0 and a 1.93 ERA. He's facing Albert Pujols, extended his hitting streak to 11 games with a base into the 6th. Trout takes off to second. That is a stolen base. The throwing error will allow Mike to get to third. I wonder where that ball hit Altuve, because he is slow to get up.
I do like the aggressive nature there for Mike Trout. A 7th stolen base. Yeah, I wonder where that baseball got him. He tried to be quick on the tag. Astro with a quick catch and throw. Off the body, it looked like.
Yeah. Well, maybe even the bare hand of thumb.
Yeah, almost the wrist area. They had some sink on the throw.
Man at third base. 0-1 count on Albert. Looking for a little insurance here. Breaking ball. Nice job by Castro.
I was going to say he can overthrow his breaking ball. He's got a power fastball. Good curveball he does, but fastball 94, 97 range. Castro did a nice job of blocking this breaking ball in the dirt.
Fields, a former Rule 5 selection prior to the 2013 season by the Astros out of the Red Sox organization. It's 54 games last year for Houston. Albert cuts through the fastball at 95, 1-2.
Trying to think in terms of what he did that last at bat. Got a pitch away. Hit that ball well, the right field for a base hit. Big RBI out there for the Angels and Weaver as he's going to take the mound top of the 9th.
One-two. It's a breaking ball, bounced up the middle. Altuve was right there. Halos are done here in the 8th. We head to the 9th here at the Big A. Jared Weaver here's him coming back out. Angels on top 2-0. Jared Weaver has been spectacular tonight through it.
Under control, his fastball, confidence, the velocity, location, the movement has set up all his pitches. But for me, that no-seam running action, along with his command of his curveball and the aggressive nature, what he did in between starts as far as strengthening up that arm, long tossing, has worked perfectly so far.
Evan Gattis, Colby Rasmus, Chris Carter. 3, 4, and 5 for Houston as Gattis takes the off-speed pitch down low. The Astros DH 0 for 3. 3 fly ball outs. Colin Cowgill, the new left fielder, taking over from Matt Joyce. Breaking ball in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
68-mile-an-hour curveball. That's been the pitch to get back in the counts for Weaver tonight.
One and 2. One, 2 on the way. Gattis is swinging a miss. Down he goes. 1 away.
Great changeup. The feel. Curious to see what Jerry's going to say about all his pitches he had working tonight, but his changeup grip turns over a changeup, that circle changeup. Hitters think fastball, way out in front once again for Weaver. There it's mom and his wife.
Rasmus looking at a fastball for a strike. Oh, and 2. Oh, 2 to Rasmus, just off the plate.
Boy, it seems like he can place that changeup both sides of the plate whenever he wants.
Rasmus 0 for 3 tonight. He looked to bunt with 2 strikes with the overshift on.
Yeah, if you bunt that foul, that's another strikeout for Weaver.
Saw that last year. Bryce Harper did that
on a 3-0 count.
2-2 in the air to center. Playable for Trout. 2 down. This is the most pitches that Weaver has thrown in a ball game since July 19, 2013. Now is 118 pitches against the Oakland Athletics. And that was in 6 2/3 when he picked up that win.
Well, he's been very solid as far as pitch count. This is the most he's thrown in any inning, back to 6 and 8. That's 18 pitches.
Looking for that complete game shutout. Fastball missing upstairs to Carter. Carter, the first baseman, 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
He's got back into each count with a curveball. Wonderful throw one now.
This one's pulled foul.
Boy, he's had great feel for his curveball and his changeup. His slider's been solid, but for me, the key for this game, fastball command.
One pitch. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. Almost a year ago was Weaver's last complete game. May 21st here against the Houston Astros. Looking for his first win of the season this year. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Downstairs, an off-speed pitch, 2 and 2.
That's a pretty good take by Carter. That's a good changeup. Spanning the strike zone, can afford to do that on a 1-2 count. Fans just love Weaver here.
Now the 2-2. This one's out toward left center field. Trout moving over. So is Cowgill. Trout's got it. Light that baby up as the Angels shut out the Houston Astros by the final of 2-0.
But what a job by Weave. It's his mom, an early Mother's Day, and his wife, and his children, and Mother's Day present. Shutout, 7th of his career for Weaver. The work he put in between these starts, velocity there, domination with his fastball, but that changeup was unbelievable. You can see how important he is to his teammates and to this pitching staff. We said it in the opening. When you're the ace, you take it upon yourself to complete the game and give that bullpen the rest it needs. What a job by Weaver.
A fantastic effort. Not one Houston Astro reached second base. A couple of caught stealings. And Weaver just went into shutdown mode. A fantastic outing for him as he picks up his first win of the season, and a big one. Not only for himself, but for this ball club, because they needed something like that. Give the bullpen a night off. And he was able to lock it down for the CG.
Awesome effort. I'll tell you, goosebumps when you see an effort by that man right down there, Weaver.
He's down on the field right now with Alex Curry. Alex?
Thank you, Victor. Jared, a complete game shutout, your first win of the season. It's got to feel good to get this first one and move forward now.
Yeah, obviously I've been struggling a little bit early, but, just got to keep going out there and battling. Defense played great behind me. Lowe's was throwing on the right fingers. We're able to scratch a couple runs against, obviously, a pitcher that was throwing a heck of a game himself, so it was nice.
You took that like a champ.
It's not that cold.
Now, you put in the work between each start. What was the biggest adjustment for you on the mound tonight?
Just a couple of mechanical things. Me and Butch have been working hard in between, and it's just a matter of time before it showed up, and showed up tonight, and you just got to keep it rolling.
And it's the first time you've worked with Carlos Perez. It seemed like you guys were in sync the entire game.
Yeah, it was a great game. Thanks, guys.
Interesting ending there, but a great outing for Jared Weaver, pitching a complete game shutout. Angels tie up the series here. And again, Weaver getting that first win. Don't go anywhere. Angels Live is next, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers.